Thank you so much. Yes, it is that time of the morning where we speak with Senator Wade Mack about a motion that he filed to annul the process of selecting a Deputy Commissioner of Police and a Commissioner of Police. So, Senator, good morning to you and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Yeah, good morning, Natalie, and good morning to your team and your viewership. Thank you for having me.
So, Senator, let us just start by, you just describing the motion that you brought. I mean, I know it failed, but I thought that it was still important for us to speak to us so that a lot of us can understand the change that was made in the selection of a Deputy Commissioner of Police and a Commissioner of Police.
Yeah. Now, Natalie, this legal notice number 183 was tabled in the Senate on the 18th of this month. It was, no, on the 18th of June, I may say. Now, as you know, under our standing orders, it is a negative resolution. So we have within 40 days to file a motion to either annul or negative. As you are aware, Natalie, the term of office or the contract of the police commissioner ends on August the 17th. So if the government, as the Attorney General claimed, was seeking to simplify the selection process involving a police commissioner, as well as the Deputy Commissioner of Police, one would have expected that this order should have been at least laid a few months ago, so that, for instance, the Parliament and the citizenry can in fact engage in a meaningful discussion or debate on why the government has chosen to simplify, as they claim, the process of selecting a commissioner of police. But again, we don't know why the government took so long to bring this order to the Parliament. What I can say is that when we looked at the order, we noticed that when compared with the 2015 order, there were some serious changes and alteration involved in this process. And the two areas that automatically came out at us were the following. One, the government in its 2021 order removed the use by the PSC of a firm. Now, as you know, Natalie, in the 2015 order, Justice Peter Rajkumar agreed that the PSC could in fact engage a firm, but it should not be on the insistence of a minister or the executive, because as an independent and autonomous body, they are the ones to trigger the recruitment process. So the firm was retained in the 2015 order. However, in the new order that is now law, the firm has been removed. Now, the Attorney General said in the debate on my motion that the PSC can go out and do their own thing. If they need a firm, they can engage a firm. They will have to pay, that is the government, and therefore there's no inhibitions or any strictures being placed on the PSC. Well, Natalie, we ask simply, if there are no inhibitions, if there are no restrictions, why remove, why delete that provision in the 2021 order? That was one of the areas that we had concern about, because Natalie, we have been advised.
But Senator Mark, let us look at it. Is that, now I understand what you're saying, that the government removed the 2015 provision to have a firm, but the last time we had a firm, and it is something that we've tried before, it did not give us the kind of results that we want. It was overly expensive, and it did not give us a commissioner of police or a deputy commissioner of police the way we would have wanted it. So I think that's why that provision has been removed in the way that you're saying. But as the AG said, is that it's left basically, instead of it being a clause or it being, you know, written in the law, is that the PSC can determine, if based on their selection process, whether or not they need a firm. What's wrong with that?
No, well, you see, what is wrong with that is simply this. This decision to remove the advertisement or advertising of a firm on an international and regional basis would have been deleted in the 2015 order. So it boiled
Deleted
down.
in the 2021 order.
But no, what I'm saying, yeah, in the 2021 order.
Right.
Now, Natalie, there is room for the PSC to engage a local firm. And therefore, for the government to say that the PSC can do that, which we know should be included in the order, we had some doubts about it. We are saying, why remove that provision in the 2021 order?
But Senator Mark, when it was included, what was the United National Congress's position on it in 2015?
We are in favor of the PSC being provided with HR expertise in arriving at its final order of merit list. We have no difficulty. What was the challenge, Natalie, was that we were told, and the government indicated that, and there were some criticism about what is called the advertising for firms internationally, regionally, and locally, and the length of time it would have taken and the cost associated with
exactly.
same.
And didn't we all in 2015 decide that it was too cumbersome, it was too lengthy, and it wasn't giving us the kind of results that we wanted?
No, well, the Justice Peter Rajkumar did not agree with that. The justice said that that is a decision for the Police Service Commission to make. So in other words, while the government was seeking to remove the use of a firm to assist the Police Service Commission, Justice Peter Rajkumar did not agree with that because he saw that as a direct interference by the executive, by the government in the decision-making process of an autonomous and independent service commission. So Justice Peter
But Senator
Rajkumar,
Mark, isn't it also, can we also look at it in the sense that we can say that now that the PSC is able to determine yes or no, if it wants to engage a firm, that it is autonomous and it is independent, that the decision is not now left up to the government to be vetted by a minister, but that the PSC can now determine whether it wants a firm yes or no?
Natalie, we would have preferred, and I understand what you say, we would have preferred that that provision should have been included in the 2021 order. I would simply say,
but it was in the 2015 and we didn't get it. We didn't get the kind of results that we wanted though.
No.
So why is it an issue if it's out of the 2021 order?
No, listen, Natalie. You remember there was this talk about $27 million being spent and that we can't afford that today. When we looked at the documentation and we did our research, KPMG cost us as taxpayers $3.6 million. So I do not know where the $27 million came from. Now remember, the last time we checked, the PSC, Police Service Commission, had some 29 persons under its purview. Now, out of the 29, Natalie, almost about 99% are on month-to-month contracts. You don't have a permanent, secured cadre of personnel working at the level of the Police Service Commission. So it is a contractual team of persons, and the last time their contracts were renewed for 3 years was in 2019. So as we speak this morning, you have 29 workers, the bulk of them working on a month-to-month basis. Now, when you are talking about selecting a police commissioner that can in fact be used, as Lord Diplock said in his 1982 judgment in the Endell Thomas versus the Attorney General matter at the level of the Privy Council, if we are not careful, a political party can use its power to pollute, contaminate, erode, and even compromise the independence of the Police Service Commission, resulting in the police service being transformed in a virtual private army under the control of the political party. So what it means, Natalie, is that democracy is priceless. You cannot put a cost to democracy. And one of the key institutions in our democracy, Natalie, is the police service. If you can have a police service and its commissioner being influenced by the directorate, whether it's the UNC or the PNM, it spells dangers for our democracy. So
and you believe that the people being on month to month can influence the police service?
I am saying, Natalie, that it is not a good place to be. You know that if you are on a month-to-month basis, what incentives you would have as a professional to remain within that purview, because you can't go to the bank.
I mean, Senator Mark, I hear you, and while I understand the point, nobody wants to be on month to month. I wouldn't go so far as to say if they're on month to month is that the government, that the political party is going to be using it against the people, because we have not seen it as yet. I thought one of the better points that you raised in the debate was that we have a police service commission who has been rating the commissioner, evaluating the commissioner over the years, and therefore, to come and put somebody else up against that, it might not be such a level playing field if you are going to think that they're not, professionals and will be able to separate the fact that they've been given the commissioner great scores all these time, and that somebody else who has never been put to the test is going to be coming up against that commissioner. So I thought that was one of the better points that you raised in the debate, because it's really something to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, Natalie, let's give the benefit of the doubt to the Police Service Commission. Let's hope they will exercise their autonomous powers and that they will engage a local firm to assist it from a HR perspective as it relates to the recruitment, the evaluation, the assessment of the persons who are going to be applying for the post of Commissioner of Police, as well as Deputy Commissioner
Senator,
of Police.
If we agree that the Police Service Commission is autonomous and can do its work, and it's in it now that they can engage a firm or they don't have to engage a firm, why are we automatically saying that they must engage a firm for it to be a level playing field? If we accept that these people are professionals and that they're autonomous, can't we trust that they'll do the right thing whether or not they engage a firm?
No, well, my only concern, that is why I raised the question about the cadre of professionals engaged right now at the level of the PSC. I believe, Natalie, that there's a human resource crisis at the level of the HR level within the PSC. I am of the view, and they are to come out and indicate to us whether they are adequately resourced to carry out this very important national duty on behalf of the country. But Natalie, the second point that I had raised had to do with what is called the order of merit list. As you know, Natalie, when the exercise would have been completed, that is the recruitment, the assessment, the evaluation, the scoring, they would then formulate, that is the PSC, what is called an order of merit list. Now, in the 2015 order, the highest graded or ranked officer or individual who would have topped the table as it relates to the police commissioner. So Natalie is interviewed, Wade Mark is interviewed, John is interviewed for the post of police commissioner. Natalie's final score is 2,000% in terms of grading. Wade Mark is 1,500 and John Harry is 1,000. What happened in 2015 was simply this. The Police Service Commission would send to the president of our country, Her Excellency, Natalie Legore's name. Then under the Constitution, Her Excellency has to issue a notification with Natalie Legore's name and have same transmitted to the Parliament. It reaches the Parliament, a date is fixed by the government for a debate on Natalie Legore as the first ranked graded individual for the post of Commissioner of Police. A debate will ensue, and if the Parliament approves Natalie's name, Natalie becomes the Commissioner of Police. Now that whole arrangement was changed and has been changed in the 2021 order. What is the new arrangement, Natalie? The new arrangement is this. The order of merit list with your name, my name, and John Paul's name, all of those names would be sent to Her Excellency. Not you as a first graded, I as a second graded, and John Harry as a third graded. So we are asking the question, how is Her Excellency to exercise, let's say, a discretion in determining which name she would now send to the Parliament via the notification for debate? Would she now have a discretion to say, well, look, I am going to send Natalie, who is first ranked, or is she going to send rather Wade Mark, or is she going to send John Harry? So it is an issue that we raise because that was not in the 2015 order. Now, we know under Section 80 of our Constitution, wherever the Constitution does not spell out the discretionary powers of the president to act independently of the executive, anytime there is silence within that arrangement, the president acts on the advice of the cabinet. So we were concerned that with these names going in full to Her Excellency, would it mean that in the state of confusion, would Her Excellency invoke Section 80 of the Constitution? Would
All right, Mr. Mark, we are way out of time, unfortunately. The producer has been asking me to wrap for both the last 3 to 4 minutes. But I understand what you're saying, and I'm hoping that, down the road, that this is something that will come up and will be debated so that we can get all of these questions answered. But I take your point. I understand fully what you're saying, and I think that it is something that needs to be explored. I don't think that there is any confusion or that there is any silence, but I understand the change, and let us hope that we'll get to debate it down the road. So I want to thank you so much for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you so very much, Natalie, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Senator Wade Mark there talking to us about the changes made to the 2021 order for selecting a Deputy Commissioner of Police and a Commissioner of Police, and they don't agree with all the changes made. We take a break and we'll be back with you.